Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. So, Sunny Liu has revealed that Deloitte has 30 developers building apps on Vechain for enterprises. So, if you're thinking about Vechain app development, you may not hear of many of them because, there may not be a lot of like private individuals developing apps for Vechain, but there are enterprise developers developing apps for Vechain. So this is from Newslogical. Although Vechain tracks its active developers, the blockchain platform is not concerned about technical coders or developers alone, but also take business developers important due to the important role they play. Vechain CEO Sunny has said in a recent interview with CEO of Binance US. The CEO said their belief at Vechain is that enterprises consider businesses developers important, so they play a crucial role in the development of Vechain ecosystem as they contribute to valuable transactions. Sunny Liu interestingly said Deloitte, for example, has about 20 to 30 devs building applications on the Vechain tool for different enterprises. This does not include DNVGL and PwC, who are also partners of Vechain. Amidst other enterprise users who build different blockchain applications on the network. So there's other enterprise users that actually build on the network too, but Deloitte itself has 20 to 30 developers, and DNVGL and PwC also have a lot of others. Now, the reason why you don't really hear much news about Vechain apps is because the apps that actually turn a lot of transactions right now, like on other blockchains like Tron and EOS, for example, are all crappy gambling apps. And Deloitte's developers are not going to be developing crappy little gambling apps, essentially. Deloitte's developers are going to be developing enterprise apps. I think it's much better for Vechain than crappy little gambling apps for the long term, but in the short term, it may not burn as much VTHO as the crappy little gambling apps would be. Their partners are actually building business apps that would actually help drive enterprises and millions of dollars in the future, and that's really where they're going to actually turn on. So there's a lot of developers on the enterprise side building for toolchain. There's really not that many that I know of for Vechain building on the private side, like building entertainment apps. Besides that one game that's actually going to launch this month, I haven't really heard of too many of those. So like, you don't really hear too much of Vechain app building because the enterprises don't really shout out that what they're actually building. They rather keep them a secret. A lot of the stuff is probably like a lot of stuff is probably NDA, or like the companies just are not really all that eager to shout it out. But there is a lot of development on Vechain and other enterprise blockchains. I'm not really sure how many DNVGL and PwC has. We know that DNVGL has a lot because they help Vechain build MyCare, and MyCare is being adopted all over the place. You know, Deloitte's a consulting company as well. And once they build a lot of these apps that are actually very, very enterprise friendly, they're going to start promoting these apps to their partners. And their partners may actually use a lot of these apps. And that's how VTHO burn is actually going to go up, by other enterprises using Deloitte's apps that are actually built on Vechain. Same thing with PwC. Remember, PwC got VET into Walmart China. DNVGL got VET, like the MyCare partnerships. So it's all really coming together. Deloitte obviously is going to get Vechain partnerships too. And the thing is, like, I'm sure Deloitte actually charges people for the using of its apps. So because of that, I actually do think this is like really, really cool for us VET holders, because all these apps have to burn VTHO. And because they have to burn VTHO, eventually it's going to trickle down to us and make the price of our investment go up. How long that'll take, I'm not really sure. But they're really developing useful transactions and high value TX transactions. If you're looking for like massive like amounts of VTHO burn right now, it's probably going to take a while. These aren't like Tron gambling apps where like they have a ton of people using them immediately, but for the long term, they're definitely healthier for their ecosystem. As regards to Vechain partners and connections, Sunny Liu has actually said, like, you know, at first they didn't really have all these allies, but through his connections at like Louis Vuitton, which got him like a partner like Da Vinci, they actually are able to offer traceability and supply chain management solutions to fashion companies. And obviously they talk about H&M, which started in 2018, and after the proposal, like everything actually set in motion really, really easily. And a lot of this is through people like DNVGL, PwC, and Deloitte. So that's why having dozens of developers from these enterprise companies is very, very important for facilitating Vechain's growth. But it's pretty cool. I just wanted to tell people that, you know, Vechain actually does have dozens of enterprise developers from big companies actually developing on its chain. So don't worry about Vechain apps. You might not hear about them, but these are private apps for enterprises. All right, that is the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you, and have a nice day.